What's up, everybody? It's Man of Low Moral Fiber here. My name's Luke, and in this video I'm going to be taking on Tinder Snowflake a few times. Over the past few days I have done a couple farming videos where I was looking for a specific item, and some people told me just to farm Tinder Snowflake here. He is generally considered the best way to farm indiscriminately for good items, be it legendary, purple, etc. He just, after you kill him, a train comes in and it's going to have quite a few good items. So we're going to see how it goes. I'll try to kill him 10 or so times here. This will be the last farming video I do before I try to start my Melee Zero guide, I guess. I figured I would also go ahead and just do a Destruct Peak run at Overpower level 8 with Melee Zero to try to get in the mindset of playing Melee Zero and stuff. We're going to pop his hat off here. We're actually going to stay around and see what gear he drops here, because some people have said that since the upgrade to legendary drop rates, that this guy even has been dropping legendary items himself. Doesn't look like we got anything special this time. That green shield almost looked cool for a minute, but it's pretty easy to remember that there are no pearlescent shields in the game. So we'll go up here and head out this way and see how we do from the train, and then we'll save quit and do it again. I expect to kill him approximately 10 times in this particular video. So that's one down, I guess, and we'll go for it again after this. Now, maybe 10 times is a little overzealous. Who knows? We'll see how many times it's worth killing him. Now, I haven't farmed this train much. Obviously, I got all my gear from Gibbed because I find that the gameplay is so fun that I don't want to take away from that by having to farm gear, and I would rather just play the game. But we got a PFBG, it looks like here, or PBFG, which is a pretty good weapon. It's kind of like a single shot Norfleet. You know, it does a lot of damage, and it doesn't use quite as much ammo as a Norfleet. Obviously, it's not quite as destructive, but it is a powerful weapon. We also got the non-E-Tech version up here in fire, which is also a decent weapon. Relic, pretty good explosive relic, really. Not a bad one there, so that's pretty cool. Looks like we got a decent quad, not a great quad, obviously with a purple weapon. The main place you would really want a purple gun from is probably Butt Stallion, because it can come with the skin that provides additional critical hit damage. So we didn't get anything spectacular, per se, from the train that time. Let's go ahead and try again. Now, unfortunately, the save point is a decent walk from the snowman, so that's maybe thinking, or maybe making me think, maybe I should do like 5 or so runs, because 10 may get a little obnoxious. But, I mean, some people have seemed to be enjoying the farming and everything, so we'll go ahead and do as many runs here as I feel like as we go through this. I know this has been a little bit of a change of pace for content on my channel. I've never really uploaded farming footage before, but with the increase in drop rate from Gearbox for Borderlands 2, you know, permanently, I figured, you know, we can do a few of these. It's not that bad. And it's, you know, somewhat enjoyable now that they have increased the drop rates a little bit. Farming to me is still kind of a mindless task that I'm just not a fan of. Like I said, I would rather just play the game for the gameplay aspects, but I guess technically farming is a gameplay aspect. It's just one that I don't choose to participate in because I don't have to. And I don't know. I mean, it's not an MMO. If it was an MMO, I would be definitely against, you know, getting illegitimate gear and everything like that. But this is, in my opinion, first and foremost, a single-player game. And as a result of that, I just like to play it here with the best gear that the game offers for my particular playstyle and everything. Obviously, I don't play Salvador with the Ahab and Pimpernel or whatever, like people sometimes recommend me in the comments, like, hey, you know, you could farm him quicker with the Ahab and Pimpernel. Or, you know, I could just not play the game, since it's basically the same effect. So, we're getting the snowman to come out of the ground here for the second time, and we'll try to kill him again. I hate how he can't get critical hits when he's underground like that. Whatever, we don't need the bee to kill him. Would have liked to survive that, but his attacks said no. whatever. We'll get our second wind, and we'll pull the hat, and then we'll get out of here. Or we'll see what he drops again. I can't believe he killed us. I had transfusion grenades coming in and everything. That sucked. Whatever. Nothing special from him, it looks like. Got a decent corrosive shotgun here. A bad accessory on it, but decent. Wow, we got a skin that I didn't have. Brilliant. I'm going to work so hard to drop stuff from my inventory and put that in there, because it's for a bandit technical or something, and those are so awesome. Alright, let's go up here, and we'll get out of here. Again, I think it's really, really stupid that enemies that drop aesthetic items are the same enemies that drop gear. If you're farming for gear and you get an aesthetic item, you're probably disappointed, unless for some reason you like both gear and aesthetic items. I just feel like farming for them should be entirely separated through different bosses, because I can't really imagine anyone who's looking for a specific weapon would be very happy to get a bandit technical skin. So it looks like we got 2 oranges in this run. We got a legendary soldier class mod, which is a decent all-around class mod for Axton. We also got a Tunguska, a pearlescent Torg launcher here, which is a little bit ridiculous. It fires like an arcing projectile that has like a bounce at the end and then another explosion. It's actually fairly damaging, but you know, we're not using it, so we'll drop it. We also got a longbow bonus package here, which is real nice. It came with max child grenades, but it does have a fuse time on it. Still probably a pretty good grenade, but if I was farming for that, I would farm it from Boom Boom, because they're pretty quick to farm, and there's 2 of them. So I would definitely not farm that from here if you were looking for a perfect one. But if you're just indiscriminately looking for good gear, like most people are when they're farming this particular chest here, or Tinder Snowflake, effectively, they are looking for just good items to come in general. You're not looking for anything in specific, because really almost anything can drop from here except for, you know, quest rewards or the Norfleet, and probably a couple other special case scenarios. So let's go ahead and kill him a 3rd time. The 2nd time went way better than the first gear-wise. We did go down like a scrub in that 2nd fight. We'll try to avoid that here in the 3rd fight. We'll see how we do. I was happy that he does grant you a 2nd wind, even though you have to technically take his hat off to totally kill him. I was worried that he was going to be like those stupid sword-in-the-back skeletons from the 4th DLC, which did not grant 2nd winds or kill skills at all. Those things are awfully aggravating. So we'll come this way. Oh, I probably should have used those 2 little Yetis to execute too. That would improve my speed a little bit. The way I'm thinking about doing the Melee Zero guide is just multiple videos that all kind of link up with each other. I know beforehand I had kind of done just 2 really long videos. I was thinking that like one video could be, for example, just kind of explaining the melee damage formula, and then another video kind of on, well, that's kind of how the first series went. But, you know, a better, clearer explanation of the Melee Zero formula, and then we would go over different gear and stuff to use with Melee Zero, and tactics and stuff after that. But I don't know. That'll be a little bit of an involved process. It's definitely more work than this video, for example. So I'll try to have that out. I'll try to begin working on that before too long. At the latest, I want to have at least 1 episode of that out by this weekend. We'll see what happens, though. Really depends on how busy I get with work. So this guy, he's going to dive under again and come get slaughtered once more, and it should be good. Hopefully we can kill him here in 1 magazine. That's what I would like, but we'll see what happens. My preemptive slag transfusion grenades didn't save me from him last time. Ah, and he went underground again. I don't like it when he does that. That is not my favorite behavior of his to have right off the bat. Alright, well, I mean, we have a 4 points in Fearless, so not having the shield isn't the worst thing that could ever happen to us. Really? He's just gonna head charge twice in a row like that? Sometimes his behavior is just absolutely aggravating. Whatever, we'll get our 2nd wind again. Not a very well-designed boss, but he's easy to kill, so whatever. I hate to go into fight for your life, but when he just, I don't know. Didn't get anything too special from him here. So let's go ahead and go up there. I really wish content wouldn't have stopped for Borderlands 2. They could have definitely released more DLCs. The reason they stopped releasing full campaign DLCs, unfortunately, was console limitations. I really don't feel that PC games should be stopped production for because the Xbox 360 couldn't handle any more data, or maybe the PS3 couldn't handle any more data. But that's what happened. It's a very weird deal to me. It seems like, you know, putting a speed limit on a highway because a tricycle can't keep up with a Ferrari, and it's kind of dumb. We didn't get anything too great from this particular run. Didn't even get good purple grenades or anything like that. Got another head, which I always have a problem with. Why would I want a customization item when I'm looking for gear? But, who knows. Even a blue elemental relic. Just pretty bad stuff in here, really. Oh, well, we did get an Unforgiven, so it's even a 2 for Unforgiven, so I don't know. I guess that makes some people happy. I don't really like this gun. Even with a Chaotic Evil Rogue comm, the fire rate is just still too bad for me to want to use as a pistol. Perhaps with a Jacob's grip it'd be a little bit better. Who knows? We'll get rid of that thing, and we'll take this thing back. So other than that, a pretty poor run. Got another Malawan purple launcher, not E-Tech, so I guess that's decent. Yeah, let's go ahead and farm him another time. Purple Malawan pistol there. It didn't look that impressive to me. Yeah, I just really would have liked for there to be more campaign DLCs and stuff. I mean, there's still obviously room for pearlescent shields or I don't know, just more enemies, more bosses, more gear. It would have been very nice, especially since they were going to release the Handsome Collection anyway, which I'm sure they had in mind for a really long time. I actually made that prediction forever ago that they would eventually re-release Borderlands 2 and Borderlands the pre-sequel on the quote-unquote new consoles, which are still obviously quite antiquated, and that they would have that. And obviously those new consoles could have allowed them to create more DLCs and everything. So, yeah, they would have lost out on their Xbox 360 and PS3 market share for Borderlands 2 there, but they would have had an opportunity to sell them the Handsome Collection, you know, and maybe got better sales even out of the Handsome Collection, even though the sales have to be pretty good since there's not much to play for those other two consoles anyway at the moment. They might have got better sales knowing that, or with the customer knowing that they'd be getting something that they never even got the chance to get on the PS3 or Xbox 360. So I guess that would have been a good business decision for them in my mind, especially if they would have, you know, made them all mad by just releasing PC exclusive content, even though it was just kind of a timed exclusive if they were to release, you know, a 5th campaign DLC before the Handsome Collection came out or whatever. I don't know. I just think it would be a good thing to have more content in this game. It's a really beautiful game. So, we'll kill Tinder Snowflake again. I'm tired of going into fight for my life against him, so I'm going to try to avoid that. Huh. When he doesn't do bad behavior, he dies really easily. Interesting. So it really just kind of depends on if he's going to go underground and headbutt you and then hit you with that real quick ice breath. That makes him a little bit easier to die to. Got another customization skin for the runner. That's awesome. Ooh, even another one still. Good stuff. Alright, so we'll get out of here and we'll go to that over there. I don't know, perhaps they wanted everything to come from one homogeneous loot pool, gear and aesthetic items, but in my opinion that is a bad design decision. That thing tried to kill me. So did that other thing. That was bad. At least we got that follow-through bonus to come up here. I wish Sniper Zero could get Execute and 5 points in follow-through. Zero's the main character that I wish I had more skill points with. Oh well. He's such a beautifully designed character. I hope there's at least one character that's 80% as well done as Zero in the next game. That would make me very happy. So, this might be our worst run yet. Both of our rocket launchers are blue. We got a purple Malawan Corinthian. That is the Malawan sniper here with the... Ooh, is that the Jacob's barrel, I guess? So, that's a decent weapon. If you were trying to use a shock sniper for whatever reason, it would be a decent one to use. Other than that, most of what we got's pretty garbage this run. Got some blue class mods. Perhaps some of these blue class mods would be decent for others. Really just a pretty bad run here. We'll go for at least a 5th try and see if we get anything better. We did get one run with 2 legendaries and a pearlescent, and another run we got a pearlescent. So I don't know. We didn't do terribly, but I mean, it still just takes forever, to get whatever you'd want. It just seems like people would be more interested in, taking on like an actual map of enemies as opposed to this guy over and over again. If I was to choose what was more fun, running through Heroes Pass or this, it would be running through Heroes Pass every single time. It's just a much more enjoyable challenge than this, which is primarily just walking, to be honest with you. And so, I don't know, like, I would much rather run Digistruct Peak than farm for gear to run Digistruct Peak eventually. So that's why I kind of just skip the farming step. I'm not a huge fan of it, personally. And, like, I can understand the appeal of farming weapons the, first time you play through a game and everything like that. But after they've released level cap increases for the game, making any gear that you have legitimately farmed for, and I did legitimately farm for some gear at level 50, it just makes it all entirely obsolete, and that is irritating to me. It seems like the games, if they want to encourage legitimate farming, should be released with the max level available from the start. You shouldn't encourage legitimate farming and then obsolete legitimate farming by increasing the level cap. That just seems like a huge slap in the face to players who did spend time farming for a particular piece of gear at level 50 or even level 61. Like, if the game was forever capped at 61, perhaps I would have stayed there and done a legitimate run, try to farm for everything that I would want. But since they just increased the level cap again to 72 and really overpower level 8, I mean, I'm not going to farm for that. I don't think anyone wants to farm for that. Alright, so we'll see if he dropped anything here. I believe this will be our 5th kill. I don't know. If OP8 was available from the start, maybe I would have farmed for gear at OP8. But when OP8 came out, I just wanted to play OP8. I didn't want to farm for gear for it. So we got a purple Nova shield there in shock. Not really the most useful thing in the world, but, I mean, it exists, so there's that. What did we get from the train our 5th time, I guess? This is a very beautiful map. The artwork that went into at least most of these Headhunter packs is really well done. I would probably say this is my 2nd favorite Headhunter pack, I would guess. With the Valentine's Day one coming first, the Crawl one coming third, followed by the Halloween one, and obviously the Turkey one last. Oh my god, what did we get? Oh, I'm stuck. Alright, got unstuck. Wow, this was a really bad run too. Didn't really get anything in this particular run. I mean, I'll go again. Give it one more shot here. Good thing we got another aesthetic item or two. Awesome. See, like, they give you those aesthetic items every time. Why? I wonder. Okay, we'll farm him one more time here. We'll just go until we get our next orange. How about that? So this video literally could be infinite, or much like the Hide of Terramorphous, we'll get a legendary this try. So who knows? Some people are real big fans of the sham shield, and they're pretty pumped that that is easier to farm now from bunker. Ooh, I did get my execute there. See how much it moved me? I should have been doing that every time. Could have saved so many seconds. But yeah, people are pretty happy to be able to get their sham shield and stuff. I assume most people are farming him with 0 using like a Pimpernel or another weapon that's going to be very easy to bore him with. That would be the smart move there, I guess. But who knows? The best way to kill bunker is definitely melee 0. I mean, it's possible. It's kind of fun to do, but it involves patience, which is obviously not something you want to be a part of your strategy when you're farming, I guess. You want to kill things as quickly as possible when you're farming, to an extent. Like I said, I'm not going to use the Pimpernel and Ahab on Salvador, but, I mean, however you like to play, you probably want to maximize your speed at farming at that. But really, I mean, if you're using the Pimpernel and Ahab to farm, I don't know, an interfacer from Veracitus, why not just use Gibbed at that point? You know what I mean? Like, if you're just going to use a cheap method to farm, why not just cut out the middleman? I don't know. It's a weird deal to me. Alright, so we'll get a killer bonus, and then we'll use that to kill him. Perfect. Doing better against him now. Like I said, I don't have very many kills against this guy, so I was unaware of what his Frost Breath would do to me, and it killed me twice. Got a purple TDR shotgun there, and a purple grenade. It's not the worst grenade ever. It's just not a good grenade. More customization items, that's always good. Got to get a few of those every time. Alright. Let's go check what we got from the train. I'm hoping it's all oranges. Just a shitload of Logan's guns. That would be awesome. And there's a lot of people who use orange gear strictly because they think it's the best gear, which isn't always the case. Obviously, right now I'm using this Chaotic Evil Rogue Comm instead of the Legendary Sniper because it is better for singular bosses in most cases. What did we get? Ah, damn it, we have to do it at least one more time now. Got a purple Bandit Assault Rifle. And not much else that I care about. This Ninja Comm, what is it? Lethal Ninja. That's a pretty bad Lethal Ninja too. If you're using a Ninja Comm, you're definitely going to want Backstab on it. That will be covered in the Melee Zero guide. Yikes, that's a pretty poor run there. It's just disheartening, really. I mean, what if you were looking for that longbow slag transfusion grenade? How long would you be willing to spend on this? Ugh, I wouldn't. I would just, like, if I was forced to do it legitimately, I would buy the best O-negative grenade that I could, or kill Pete for an O-negative. Does Pete drop the, I'm sure Pete drops the O-negative, actually. And so that's what I would do, is just go for the best slag O-negative that I could get. But the O-negative for single player is absolutely inferior to the purple longbow slag transfusion grenade, this one that I just used there, because that one has 0 fuse time and the O-negative has a fuse time. Granted, the O-negative does heal for more, which may be important if you're playing co-op, but in single player, the single transfusion grenade is absolutely superior to the O-negative. And so Sure, I could get the O negative and probably get by, but the game would be objectively less fun for me, knowing that I had a shittier grenade than I possibly could have, because it forces me to slow down for health more often than I would have to if I had the superior transfusion grenade as compared to the O negative. So, I don't know. It's like, I feel like however you're going to have the most fun with the game, that's how you should play the game. And you should take special caution when you join someone else's session to make sure that you're not ruining the way that they like to enjoy the game. So, if you like to have maxed gear and stuff, and your friends do too, go ahead and join their game with max gear or whatever. If your friends don't mind you Pimpernel and Ahabbing, and I don't know how they wouldn't mind that, because that would just be aggravating, but I guess some people don't mind, so go ahead and do that. I don't know. And if you're with a friend that specifically likes to farm for their legitimate gear and everything, I don't know, like, maybe don't offer them better gear or whatever, or definitely let them know that, you know, you got your gear through less than legitimate means, and sometimes they're okay with that, sometimes they'll be like, oh, I don't want to play with you, but let them enjoy the game the way that they want to. Obviously, they paid for it as well. So, what did we get here? Not that this game's expensive anymore. This is one of the better values now during the Steam sales. If you buy the entire game, like the Game of the Year version or whatever, the amount of content that you'll get for $3 from this game is pretty damn high. So, let's hope we got something good from the chest this time. Didn't look like Tinder dropped anything for us in specific, so we'll come up here and hopefully we get something. It just seems like a lot of walking and doing nothing for farming gear to me. Like, a boss like Henry, you know, save, quit, kill, that's very easy. This boss requires quite a bit of walking. And there are bosses that have a lesser payload than he does, obviously. He has one of the larger payloads. And require just as much walking. So, I don't know. It's not my cup of tea. Damn, no legendary item still. Got another launcher here. This appears to be a TD or E-Tech. So that's kind of neat. They bounce around after you reload them. But no orange. We'll go again. Hopefully we get it next time. I don't want this to take forever, but it may take forever. So, we'll see. We're doing well there at the start. We got that double orange and pearlescent run, and now no oranges for a little bit. We'll keep trying. Spin jump. It's important. Oh, saving seconds at a time. Look how close we got. Perfect. Should have been doing that every time. Could have saved so many seconds. It would have been awesome. You could be like 14 seconds ahead in this video right now if I didn't mess that up. Think about the time that would have saved you and me. The time we would have all saved together. We could have done something really productive with that time, like watch another YouTube video or, you know, play disc golf. Those are things we all could have done with our combined time excess, but oh well. My fault on that. I apologize. Let's jump down here and kill Tinder Snowflake. Like, I don't know, this is probably like a 7th or 8th time. I haven't been counting, truly. Farming does get kind of mind-numbing. I am not a fan. I do like how these bells move, though. That's cool. We'll kunai him from way back here. I guess it didn't work. Deception will be cooled down by the time he is back. That's why I wasn't too worried about that wasting of kunai there. Or the wasting of a deception, I guess. Uh-oh. He's going ground mode on me. Might go ice breath on me immediately here. He does. He immediately goes Ice Breath. And that's a pretty good kill combination he has. It requires transfusion grenades. Alright. I feel like we're going to get an orange this time. If it's not going to be from the train, it's going to be from him. Still no orange from him. People are saying they're getting oranges from him, but I haven't yet. You little fucker. Nothing special. Alright, from the train though, this time will surely be the time. I'm guessing. I'm hoping. I wonder what the roll to get a legendary item from this train is. It's got to be fairly high. Who knows? I didn't see any oranges. Oh, we did get one orange. Okay. So this time we got a rubberized bonus package. You'll notice the longbow bonus package we got earlier had 10 child grenades and a fuse time of like 1.6. So this obviously has an absolutely inferior delivery method where it bounces around and then eventually blows up. That's a great way to kill yourself. Hell, it might even come back and kill me. No, it looks like it bounced that way. We also got a Topnia up here, which is a pretty good launcher, and another PFBG, I think, or PBFG. So, two pretty good launchers here. Not the worst run ever to end it. We also got another dart, so 3 E-Techs. What kind of Ninja Com is this? It's a purple Ninja Com. It has maxed backstab for a purple ninja, but the 3 in Resurgence is kind of a shame. You would want it to have 4 in Resurgence since it is possible. And other than that, I mean, this would actually be a decent grenade for stripping your shield as melee 0. You know, it's not the Stormfront or Chain Lightning, but it would work. So that's kind of cool. A longbow Vladoff shot grenade there with a 0 fuse time, I think. That's pretty solid. That can actually, you know, strip your shield and be useful. Granted, it wouldn't be quite as nice as having a Chain Lightning or Perfect Stormfront, but I don't know, it could be functional. Luckily, we got this chill out head. We haven't got that yet in this particular run. So, definitely always good to get customization items. If the whole train would come and just be full of customization items that I already have, that would be a lot better than the gear. As always, guys, I do thank you very much for watching. I do appreciate it. If you haven't yet taken the time to subscribe, please do so. Otherwise, I do hope to catch you next time. Bye, guys.